here. So we're going to start. I'm going to take you to a journey from what is learning. So what is learning? Are you listening to me right now? You are. Okay. How are you listening to me? You are listening to me attentively. I hope so. Right. So any information which you need to be attentive to get that information, right? So then that is the first pillar of learning. What happens then? When you get any information, putting on to a lot of attention, you put that information or you perceive that information according to your own understanding. So the second pillar of learning is perception. Everybody perceives information in a different form. They have their own individual form to perceive any information coming to them. After the information is perceived, the information goes to the memory. Now, how many types of memory do we have? Okay, try and recall. So the first is short-term memory, and the second is the long-term memory. Okay, here I'm going to add two more memories. The first is going to be a sensory memory, then a short-term memory, then a working memory, and then a long-term memory. So the sensory memory's work is to have the stimulus on us or on our brain for 3 seconds. Okay, a short-term memory gives you a better time frame, and it stays on our brain or to the memory part for 30 seconds. During the 30 seconds, you have to decide which information is more important, or is it important for you, and then how do you put it up onto the long-term memory. So if I may just simplify that, it's going to be a short-term memory is a shelf and a long-term memory is your cupboard. I am going to give you a phone number right now. You may write it in the chat later on, and Swati can definitely check it. So it's 98240-42929. How you remember is going to be your task. Okay. Talking about working memory, just a brief elaboration on working memory. Working memory is if you do a sort of a mental math, like 7 plus 2, 9, 9 minus 3, 6 into 6. No, this is where you're actually storing an information for some time, manipulating it, and then expressing it. Okay, so this is a brief on types of memories we are going to use in future. The last one, very important, is expression. Expression can be oral, expression can be written. Major part of us, we try and look at child's performance through written abilities or reading abilities. So here I'm just going to give you a brief definition on what is attention. It is a concept that refers to how we actively process specific information in our environment. Perception enables us to make sense of the world around us. So it is awareness or an understanding of something, that is around us. As I shared about 4 sorts of memory. Perception and the memory. So short-term, sensory, short-term, working, and long-term. And the last one is expression. Here I would want to add on that your brain is capable of storing 7 plus minus 2 chunks. As earlier I gave you the phone number. How would you remember? There are a lot many strategies which we use to remember. That one could be repetition. One could be, we say, okay, 982402, like that. So that is called chunking. Now, how elaborate you chunk is according to your own wish or your capability. Right? So your brain is capable of storing 7 plus minus 2 chunks.